Hey, what is up everyone? So let's explore the control flow statements in Python. So we'll often want certain code to execute when a particular condition has been met. For example, if my dog is hungry, so I want to feed him. So in order to write program to do the job, we'll write an if condition. In that we'll provide if the dog is hungry. And in the body of that if, I will perform feed the dog. So this is an example you can take for the control flow in Python. So let's explore what are the keywords used for that and what are certain things that we can use for it. So to control this flow of logic, we can use if, elif, and else keywords. So how do they work? Let's explore that. If you have worked with other languages like C++ or Python or PHP, etc., so you would know that you would write an if condition, and then in the parentheses you will write the condition itself, and then you will add brackets in order to start the body of the if condition. But in Python it's a little bit different because Python works with the indentation or the white spaces. So in Python, control flow syntax makes use of colons and indentation, which in other words also known as white spaces. This indentation system is crucial to Python, not like other languages in which you can just write everything in one line. So indentation and next line in Python with functions and if statements is a must. So this is a bit different from other languages. So now let's explore the syntax of if condition. So suppose I want to write an if statement. So what I will do, I will write the if keyword, which is a reserved word to Python, and then after that I will write the condition. And do notice that we don't need any type of parenthesis in order to write the condition in not like other languages in which the parenthesis is a must. After writing the condition, I will directly add the colon and then go to next line and give one tab indentation and start the body of if condition. So whatever I write from now onwards, it will be considered in if condition. And if I'm willing to go out of the if condition, I will just remove the indentation and I'm out of the if condition. So this if has two parts. The number one is when the condition is true, and the number two is when the condition is false. As previously discussed, if and after the if we write condition and then a colon and then the body of if. If the condition is false, then the control flow will come over to this else condition. Whatever is inside the body of this else will get executed if the condition is false. So the simple way to write else condition would be to write else and then add a colon, because in else we don't need a condition because the condition is already false. And after that colon we go to next line, and then after an indentation we write the body of that else. So whatever comes in the body of else will get executed if the condition of if is false. In the if else there was two parts of the statement. One was when the condition was true, and the second one was when the condition was false. But there would be time where we would need some other way, like there would be multiple conditions, like suppose 5 conditions. So in that case we do need another statement, and that is else if. So we write if the condition is true, the body of if gets executed. But if the condition of if is false, so we write another else if, and after that we write a condition and then a colon and then write the body of that. So if the condition of if is false, then the control will come over to else if, and it will execute the body of this else if. If that is also false, it will come to another one, and you can go up to infinite time with this else if. And in the end, it will come over to the else. If everything is false, then it will come over to the else, and it will execute the body of else. So this was a little bit theory. Now let's come over to the Jupyter notebook and let's understand how things works practically. So in order to write if condition, as discussed, I will write if, then write the condition. Suppose let's make it true in our case, and then as soon as I press enter, you can see that it came to the next line as well as it indented itself with one tab. So now if I write anything right over here, it would be considered in the body of if. So that would be true. So that would be true. So now, so this print statement is inside the body of if. Now this print will get executed if and only if this condition is true. So let's press shift and enter and you will see that it printed out true. So right over here, I directly wrote down this true, but it won't be like this every time. So if I write condition and make it equal to false, and then come right over here and write condition, and now try to print out, you would see that, and I misspelled that, press shift and enter, you would see that nothing happened. And now if I come over, as I have said, if the condition is true, then it will print this statement. If the condition is false, it will do nothing. But just to show you how to get out of the body of if. So if you're willing to get out of the body of if, you just need to remove the indentation. And now if I write something right over here without indentation, now this Python will consider it outside of the if statement body. So now I can write out of if and press shift and enter, you would see that out of if has been printed. So this has been ignored because the condition is false, but this has been executed because the condition is because it doesn't really care about the condition, because it's out of the body of if. So now if I make it true again, you would see that both of the statements will get executed. So this was just a little bit information about how to write something inside the body of if and how to write something outside the body of if. Now let's explore some more examples. So if works with this condition. If the condition is true, it will execute something. If it's false, it will not execute its body. Now let's also explore how the else part of the if works. So I have this condition. Let's make it false. And I will come right over here and write else. And the syntax of else is else keyword, then a colon, and after that the body of else. So now inside the body of else, I can write will get printed when the condition is false. Press shift and enter, and you can see that the else part of the if has been printed. So if the condition is false, the else part gets executed. If the condition is true, let's make it true. You can see that the true part of the if gets executed. Now, as previously discussed, the else part can also be written in furthermore branches. So suppose here we did had one condition, and that was either true or false. Suppose I have certain more conditions. Suppose I have the statements in which I can say if A is greater than B, and let's make A is equal to 3 and B is equal to 2. So if A is greater than B, then print this, else print something else. So in that case it's true, but if I change it to this, you can see that, sorry, let's make it 1, and you can see that the else part gets executed. But in this case, it might be certain different conditions as well. Suppose we have C as well and some other stuff as well. So if we are willing to branch out this if more than 2 times, what we would need would be the else if condition. So now let's explore that as well with a location example. So suppose I have a variable by the name of location, in which my location is stored, that where currently I am. Suppose I'm currently in the bank and I want to print something. Suppose, and if I say if LOC is equal to, and do note that the single equal is an assignment operator while the double equal is a comparison operator. I have a complete video on these comparison and assignment operators. If you are interested, I will link it down in the description. You can check it out. Okay, so if my location is, suppose, auto shop, so print you need to buy auto parts. That's it. If I'm not in the auto shop, what I want to do, I want to print you don't need to do anything. So this is what we have previously seen. We have if condition with a location. If you are in auto shop, you need to buy and it's not that buy, so you need to buy auto parts, else you don't need to do anything. Suppose I have multiple chores and I want to check this location multiple times. So what I will do, I will write else if, and then the next condition, if location is bank, so I will print out you need to cash the check. And let's suppose we have another condition as well. So let's suppose we have another condition as well, and that would be else. So as I have previously discussed, you can go crazy with these conditions. You can write these conditions infinite amount of time. So the branches of else if can be any number of time. So there is no limit on that. So the purpose or the reason of showing you these conditions is to show you can branch out these if conditions, and you can go as further and you can go as much as you want with it. So suppose I have another thing as well, like lake. So what I will do, else if, and don't forget the colon. Now suppose if I'm in lake, so I want to print enjoy yourself, and that's it. So once more, let's understand this. Suppose we do have multiple branches of if. So in that case, what we will do, we'll write the elif statement. So in the first condition, we'll write if the location is equal to auto shop, and we'll write the body of that if. In the next statement, if we do have more than two conditions, so in that case, what we'll do would be to write the else if, and else for the else if, the keyword is elif, and then the condition. So in our case, the condition was if location is equal to bank. So then again the body of else if, and then third and fourth, and in the end we'll write else. Now if I run that, you would see that the body of the bank thing would get executed. And if I change this to auto shop, you will see that if it will run the body of this f. So far we have understood if condition as well as if else. Also we have understood where the body of if gets started and how to end it. And we have also learned how to branch out the if conditions. So now let's do one simple more example and we'll wrap the video up there. So suppose we have a variable by the name of person, and the person name is John Doe. So whenever some person comes in, I want to greet him. So how can I do that? Or suppose we have our staff that comes in and out of our office. and we want to allow certain people, and we don't want to allow certain people. So how can I write the conditions for that? So I can write person equal to, if the person is John Dove, we want to allow him by greeting him with a welcome. Welcome, John Dove. And if person is not John Dove, we want to print you are not welcome, please go somewhere else. Press shift and enter, you would see that it will say welcome. So suppose I want to add another person as well to the list. So what I will do, I will just write if and then the condition. So suppose I have another person by the name of Sam. So what I want to do, I want to print, and you can make this dynamic as well, but in order to simplify things, I'm just writing it static, and that's it. If the person is John, he is welcome. If the person is Sam, he is welcome. And if the person is somebody else, they are not welcome. So let's check it for Sam as well. And you can see that Sam and John both are welcome with the if conditions, and with the if conditions in if and else if, and in else the other persons are not welcome. So this is pretty much it for this video. In this video, just to recap, we did learn about the if conditions. If conditions are used to control the flow of program. The syntax is pretty simple. We write if, then a condition, and then the body of if. We also have else part, and else part gets executed if the condition of if is false. And we also have else if, and that else if is used for branching out this if. So this is pretty much it for this video. I hope I will meet you in the next video. So stay safe, stay home, because the coronavirus is really bad. Have a pleasant day. Bye for now. Stay cheeky breaky. Peace out.